Small disclaimer, my mother, she's a spiritual healer, and she dedicated a lot of her time to create this regimen. If you would like to learn it from her, from the teacher herself, just leave a comment below and we can see about that. So being that she dedicated so much of her time to creating this regimen and putting like a lot of her time into gathering the knowledge and whatnot, I will be like briefly summarizing a lot of these things, but you can follow along with my 21 days basically. So my name is Lana and I have been spiritual for what feels like all of my life. I feel like if you asked my mother, she would say different. She would probably be like, oh no, we started around this time, but I just feel like it's been forever. I can say that we did start a different part of my spirituality at a certain age of my life, but I don't want to get into that yet. Today we are going to be learning about our root chakra. Well, honestly, what I consider this is like a form of peer tutoring. I wouldn't consider myself a teacher in any sort. I wouldn't consider myself somebody who like knows all the answers to all the questions, but you know that like real smart kid getting A's, and like you got two options. You could be envious of them and you could be mad at them and you could try to do it on your own, and you know you got a good shot at getting somewhere, or you could, you know, aspire to like be like them and ask like, hey, what are you doing, and you know, ask for knowledge, you know. And that's what I consider peer tutoring. So consider me your peer tutor. There you go. I have worked on my root chakra maybe about 5-6 times now. I think this is gonna be the 7th. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the 7th time. The first time was when I was about 16, and I was way more imbalanced back then, like most children are. Excuse me for looking like a hot mess. I just woke up to film this video ASAP so that this could be out on day 1 for the My Magical Life group. That is a group that my mother teaches spiritual healing in. Anyways, so how do we heal the root chakra? I have my trusty, maybe I'll take a picture of it and put it on the screen right here. I don't know. In order to heal the root, you have to heal 2 different aspects of your life. You have to heal from your physical lessons in your life and your spiritual lessons in your life. Your spiritual lessons are about the material world, and your physical lessons are due to disruptions in your life, such as like childhood traumas and whatnot. Your root chakra influences your physical identity, your ambition, and your stability. And there are a few different ways to heal them. You can do nature healing, visualization techniques, you can use affirmations, you can journal, you can practice mindfulness, you can move your body, you can use healing stones, and you can balance your diet. No, I did not memorize those things. Why? Because I am a student, not a teacher. Calm down. So I'm gonna go along my 21-day root chakra journey taught by my mother. And if you want, you can come along with me. I am actually making these videos for the group themselves, but being that YouTube is a public platform and I am 100% okay with anybody seeing my healing process, I invite anybody who is looking to learn how to heal their root to go along with this process with me. What I will say is that when you first do it, it's gonna take a couple of times for you to complete it. Like, I would say I probably started it and stopped and started it and stopped and started it and stopped a couple of times along the way. This process only should take 21 days, but sometimes our mind makes us feel as though we don't have enough time in the day to do these activities. And in the event that you skip one day, you have up to 3 days before you have to start over. So say you're doing your root chakra and you did it for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, but then you skip Thursday and Friday. If you don't do your root chakra on Saturday, Sunday you have to start over. That is how you actually achieve the balance that you need through the discipline of doing these activities every day consciously for your root. If you are doing these activities but you're lollygagging, or you've made it about your boyfriend, or you're trying to play around on it, you're not actually consciously focused on healing and healing your root, you're also not doing anything for yourself. So yes, you can go for a walk in nature and you can do it on your 21 days. But if you went and the whole time you were you were like booed up with your man, and like y'all were talking about what you're gonna eat for dinner tonight, and you were not mindful or consciously aware of the healing that's taking place, then you're not healing yourself, because you're just letting your subconscious release. You're not actually trying to stitch the wound up. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're bleeding in a hospital, but like they're just pumping more blood in you, but the doctor's not actually going in and closing the wound. So you're just being held alive by this constant flow of blood being pumped through your body and out of this wound. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want to live like that. That's no fun. We don't like that. If you're in the My Magical Life group, then you definitely have the calendar, and you know that today's root chakra activity is the silver cord grounding visualization activity. What you're gonna do, my dog keeps farting and it is gruesome. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna visualize a silver cord coming from the top of your head down through the bottoms of your feet and pulling you tightly and securely down to earth. The reason I think that we should start with this exercise is because if you're not grounded, it's going to be harder for you to accept and understand the healing that is coming from the rest of the process. I will say it's important to be very mindful about how you do your root and like what order you do your activities in. For those of you in My Magical Life, it's very important for you to be mindful of what order you're doing them in. I will say that my schedule really more so pertains to me, and you don't have to follow it precisely. But if you're in a point of healing like me where there's just this really deep wound, I'm talking like childhood wound that just like has your heart feeling like it's split in two right here. Like, okay, I'll go into detail. I will be open. My father personally hurt me a lot growing up, and that's something that is really hard to deal with for me sometimes, because you want the other person to understand and you want them to see why they hurt you and why they were wrong, and you want them to accept that in order for you to be able to move on. But that's not people. Well, that's not all people. There are people that can do that. And if you come across those people, you are very fortunate. But yeah, I mean, I would say this is a source of a lot of abandonment issues for me, a lot of avoidant attachment issues for me, a lot of just a lot of relationship issues for me. It's very hard for me to build a relationship with people because the rejection I felt from that side of my family really in turn made me reject the only side of my family who could really support me. But at the same time, I am also very aware that I have to be easy on myself about this because, I mean, I was like 9, 13, 3 when this stuff was happening. So, like, how could I be cognitively aware of any of that? So, like, you know, and that's what healing is all about. That's what this whole journey is all about. It's about getting rid of that pain so that you can live more true to who you really are, you know? If I didn't have that pain, I wouldn't have been so driven to do some of the things that I have done in my life. I can be 100% honest with you. And if you follow me on my main channel, I'm actually in the process of trying to open up about these things and about the journeys I've been on in the last couple months. But when I say they were more like the biggest FUs to my dad than really the big break I was feeling like I needed, which I have footage from where I first like really wanted to go on the journey, and you can really see the difference in my mindset between then and now. And that's the thing that traumas will do to you, especially traumas that run this deep. When I say 3, I mean 3. Like, I mean 2. I mean in the womb. Like, I mean trauma. Like, it's not subtle as it might seem. It's not as unimportant as it might seem, especially if you're the type of person that does not know how to let go. And I don't know how to let go because I am a fixed sign. If we're talking tropical astrology, if we're talking mainstream astrology, all my signs are fixed. Straight across, baby. Fixed. What? No. But if we're talking true sidereal, then you see why I'm more so aligning with a more cardinal wavy, go with the flow, let it be type of path, if you dig what I'm saying. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna get into this alternative. If you are not comfortable doing this visualization standing, like if you're having trouble really like seeing, because I understand that some people don't have the best, like their third eye isn't as open as many people's. So if you're having trouble seeing, I would suggest maybe laying down on the floor and laying straight and still imagining like the cord pulling through the floor, but like through your feet. It's all about how you feel and what you feel like is working for you, because belief is the most powerful thing in this world. So if you truly believe, okay, this is what I need to do for me in order to make this work, it will work. Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, how you doing? So, I'm gonna probably like try to just make my body as straight as possible. When I visualize, I like to focus on making the white sections brighter and the dark sections darker. I really want to increase the contrast inside my eyelids so that I can really see better. I think the hardest thing for me to do as of right now when it comes to visualization is picking a perspective. I can never figure out what way I want to see myself from. Like, do I want to see myself like this? But that means I can't see anything from here. I can only see from right here. So then it's like, how do I step out of my body and see myself. Where do I put myself in my... That's where I get confused, honestly. So I don't know if y'all have that problem or not. That's just the issue that I have when I try to visualize and when I try to ground. I'm gonna wait until I feel like I've really seen it. Some things that I'm looking for as far as like my body, I'm looking for a calmness in my heart. Like right now it's pumping real hard, so when it goes calm, all of this will finally be not tense. And I'm also listening for any clicks or pops in the bottom of my spine. I'm feeling my hips for any like adjusting movements, anything that feels like any shifts. I've just kind of like I have to do that before I can move on to my sacral chakra. So I'm excited because it's been a long time coming. But yeah, and I might just like speed this part up. I don't know. You can watch me though. Also, all that I've done today is wake up and eat some food and just generally take care of myself and my dog. It's about 10 a.m. right now. No, that's cap. It's like 11 a.m. right now. I've slept. I've went back to sleep continuously. Been battling with this little attachment thing that's honestly irritating, but it's okay because on the full moon I got something for that behind. So anyways, yeah, let's get on to the exercise. Alright, so that is it for my day 1 root chakra. With the rest of my day, I'm just going to go to work and proceed as normal. I am definitely feeling a little bit more calm, a little less anxious, especially after this gateway of change closed. See, this is why I'm a peer tutor and not a teacher. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with day 2 of our root chakra. Peace.